Good morning, everybody. I'm Tlish, and you're watching Coffee and Clicks. I just wanted to thank everybody that's viewing on YouTube at home or wherever you are viewing Coffee and Clicks and tuning in every so often. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content and enjoy today's episode of Coffee and Clicks. Hi, I'm Tlish, and you're watching Coffee and Clicks. Today we are joined by Mr. CliXso, David Cologne. How are you doing?
Oh, doing very well. Thank you for having me on your show.
So, um, so, Mr. CliXso, please, just Dave, right?
Dave, yeah.
Yeah. Dave is a good friend of the channel. He's a good friend of Coffee and Clicks. I want to congratulate you. By the way, you just launched your Patreon, so
Yes.
congratulations on that, and also on basically having exclusive coverage of nationals and the Aries' tournament that he just did, the mental health Connecticut tournament.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are asking about how the process works behind covering those games. What's the process behind it? Could you explain it a little bit? Or
Oh yeah, definitely. So, all right. Well, exclusive look for it to you guys today. Pretty basically behind the scenes. So there is a lot behind the scenes. We were basically, so how we first started out was I got the overlay, got everything how it should look on camera. Once we got that taken care of, the whole setup when we first started opening up, which type of teams that we wanted to see. So we have the basic, like the basic teams everyone likes, which is the Black Widows. And then we have some teams that were Fantastic Fours. So basically, the behind the scenes look is we started off with just an idea of how we wanted to do this, and then we kind of blossomed over to teams where we have commentation now. So it's really amazing to see commentators go, talk back and forth. So it was really cool. I started using my streaming service. And then from then on, we utilized Discord and we utilized Roll20. I actually was able to get a really nice, solid look of the nationals. And thank you so much to Alex for actually providing some of those clicks. Those were outstanding for everyone to look at. I was able to be a GM to every single page, so I can just click and actually view it, and you can see the entire click when the click number as well as we were talking about it. So the whole thing behind there was I know Howard Brock first came up to me, talked to me about it, and we kind of did like a test run to see how it would look on different overlays, and also who was going to be playing. So we basically just got the top five tables, and we just kind of differed back and forth on who's going to be streamed or not.
okay, so you streamed those games, but you also had commentary with those games, and you had special clicks for those games where you can see the statistics,
Mm-hmm.
the clicks on the actual pieces.
Yes. So Alex actually made this in a certain way to where you can get a click and then drag your cursor over. So it actually has different click numbers to a KO number as well, which was really great because when we saw a figure, we're like, wait a minute, he's on click number 4. What was that? And rather than just going on to another source like HC Realms or Click Nexus, you actually just be able to click on there and actually tells you a click number with all the different powers on there. So it's actually really solid and really fast for us and efficient for us to actually know.
And have any other tournaments besides nationals used that system or
No, I
no?
know. I did see some YouTube channels that were talking about the different click numbers, but no. Alex Cruz's own little design was only for nationals. I believe that they're gonna transfer it over to worlds. I'm just not sure about that yet.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's pretty labor intensive. I'm sure they Alex put a lot of work into it, and any other people that were involved in that. But I'm sure.
Exactly. And also behind the scenes too, just Alex Cruz actually um, you utilized the very first teams from Critical Clicks, all their tournaments for that first round where everything was all legal. But for that modern, he utilized that format to see where the teams were going to set up, and then that's where he blossomed from that start, which is actually pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And so I mean, of all the games that you've recorded, I mean, in nationals, or were there any standout games that you would suggest people go watch?
Yes, it's gonna be the. I loved the Isaac finals that he actually utilized for the teams nationals with the Fantastic Four. A lot of people, if you guys are watching right now, if you guys don't know Fantastic Four pieces, whether they're rares, super rares, or even chases, that team is outstanding with the Invisible Woman. So if you actually watch it, you see how he actually brings up his team, and you can either pick a melee team or you can pick a range team and basically have that advantage against your opponent. So I really recommend going to watch that teams now finals for the for Clix gaming, I believe. Oh man, everyone's not gonna like that. Sorry about that. I don't know. I think it's Isaac Berkowitz. So yes, his team was outstanding. And also check out the Final Four, so top four with the Patrick Apoko team with the onslaught on how to utilize that against the dark side, which was fantastic. Especially when he punched onslaught about 9 squares away, unequipping him, and then he moves him back up and then punches him again. Oh, that was funny.
So which tournament was that? That was with Patrick versus
The 4 points gaming.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah. So basically, it was Matt Esbrook versus Patrick Apoko, and basically okay. So with that stream, we kind of did it in a certain way, which is really cool. Instead of just streaming just one game, we were able to stream 3 games at once, which was really cool. So we got 3 different tabs ready to go with 3 different Discords, and every time we would move rooms, we would move Discord channels, which was really cool. So we were able to see 3 different teams for the teams nationals. That was really cool. But we got to see Apex Predators versus 4 Point Gaming, and then that was one of the matchups that we featured.
Okay, and so if you go back and watch these games recorded, will the commentary be recorded as well, or is that only live?
So it was all live for that one, which is really cool. You got to see basically our real emotions out there. So we were like saying wow and whoa and all that stuff. So you got to see real emotions from me and Kenny Pena.
Awesome. All right, and let's see. Speaking of tournaments, I want everybody to just don't forget, Coffee and Clix with me. I am organizing a tournament in January. So it is a charity event for epilepsy research, Epilepsy Foundation. It's something that is very close to me personally as a benefit, right, for epilepsy, because I'm epileptic myself, and it's affected me throughout my entire life, and also my family, the way I'm organizing it is a 50-50 tournament. So 50% of the proceeds will go towards the foundation, and then 50% of the proceeds will go towards prizing. The details of that tournament are, I'm looking to start it in January, like the first week or second week in January, and it is one of the unique things about it is that I wanted it to be like different from just modern. But I also didn't want it to be so broad in scope as a golden age. So what I decided to do was make it Mighty Age. Mighty Age is anything from Mighty Thor on. So starting with Mighty Thor to the present, and it would be Highlander rules, and it would be only one character with a retail click allowed on the starting force, I think that's it. I think those are the only rules: Mighty Age, Highlander, and only one retail piece. I think that would kind of balance it a little bit. You know, it wouldn't be too over. It wouldn't be too broad. I think people could come up with some cool teams in that format. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to people having fun with that tournament. I want to put that out there for people to participate in, and I'm looking to get as many participants as I can. With more participants, there will be more prizing. Right now, I've already purchased a Majestics prize kit, so I do have the Agents lobby map as a prize, and also everything else that goes with the Majestics prize kit. You know, some OP figures, and then I can, depending on how many people register, I will throw in extra prizing, and also I'm going to add a Scott Porter cameo for the winner. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's a good cause, and it's something that's, again, it's very near and dear to my heart because, I've had actually a near-death experience with epilepsy, and it's something that's for me, it's something that I want to change in the world. Is try to further research towards epilepsy. So I think it's a good cause. So everybody go out and have fun with that. I hope everybody signs up for that. And I'm looking to have people sign up or register in December, hopefully before Christmas. But then the actual playing won't start until January. So that's just an idea. But that's subject to change as well. So definitely look into that. And then let's see. Mr. CliXso, what's going on in the world of Majestics?
Oh, there's a lot going on. So, there's just a lot. We are now doing a lot of testing now. So, socially distanced, pretty much the best way we can. We go out there, we'll test out certain teams. Right now, we're focusing on modern. So, I am officially starting to slowly take back into getting into the modern meta all over again. So I kind of moved back a little bit so I can see everything all in general. Now going back into Majestics, now it's going to be just hard on the modern meta right now. Everything's going to be on the modern meta as far as getting a team together, getting our entire team Majestics together. But in Majestics in general, they're doing pretty well right now. It's just been hard lately without any type of tournaments, but they are doing pretty well right now with the mocks, the Majestics Open Challengers, and then also right now, if you guys haven't seen, we have the Majestics qualifiers right now, which is outstanding.
And so the Majestics qualifiers, what are you qualifying for when you're participating in those?
So the main thing that they have going on right now is the clock tower map. So this is going to be a map made from Majestics themselves. So you get a brand new Majestics map. I believe he's going to now split up a brick. So you for the top prizing, he has at least, I believe. But yes, mainly the biggest thing is going to be the map for the qualifier.
Okay. So, but what I mean is, when you qualify, is it for a major tournament that you're qualifying for?
For the Majestics 1K tournament.
And that's like their major tournament, the Majestics major tournament. Okay, yeah, because I'm not 100% familiar with the Majestics like tournament structure. So. Yeah,
it's really solid. Like before, years ago, they had Steve actually won the huge one, like the big one, and he was the very first one to win. I believe it was $1,000 or $2,000, which is really cool to actually get. But it brings out a lot as far as getting your team out there and just basically pushing it through. And Majestics, the 1K is really hard to actually get because you have so many solid players.
Yeah, and that I've seen that clock tower map in pictures, and that one looks really cool too. That's the Back to the Future map. It's the one right after the Agents lobby map that I mentioned for my tournament. And they're both made by Majestics. If I can get my hands on clock tower map as well. I've put that into the prize pool for my tournament as well because it's a cool map.
It is, yeah. When Pat first came up to me and showed me the map how it looked, I almost fell out of my seat.
I'm a sucker for maps. I love the neoprene maps. I mean, I just got the Indiana Jones one. I actually really like the Majestics maps that they come out with. They always have. I like their movie themes that they come out with.
Yep. I'm missing one, and that's the one I'm missing. That's the one I'm missing is the Temple of the Hidden of the Idol, the Temple of the Idol. That's the one I'm missing. So everything else I actually did collect, and I kept in there, which is really cool.
The Tron map is nuts. That one's insane. Like
that's what I call the Brainiac map. That's an outstanding match. That's really cool. That map is really really awesome because Patrick actually, not officially, but unofficially made bridges. So now you can actually run through a bridge, which is really cool.
So, all right. And then, so, I mean, let's just hop right into it. Let's talk about what's on everybody's mind as far as, 300 Modern and, what's going on in HeroClix current events, today, which is the, watch list.
Yep.
Yes, the watch list. Here, I'm going to share my screen, okay?
Should have put on my detective suit on.
Here we go. So, we have these 6 figures on the watch list. Okay, starting with Tri-Sentinel. Okay, so, I mean, all right, so first of all, what do you think about this watch list? Like, is there anything that shouldn't be on there, or that should be on there that was left off?
The way how close they're actually getting it to the Spider-Man and Venom Absolute Carnage. I see the Venom group there, but what was kind of weird, well, we haven't really seen it so much, which was weird because same thing with Venom group, we really haven't seen as much, is the 1776s. That was kind of my surprise that you weren't able to see that, making that one into a unique or something, but I can kind of see why Venom group's actually there. That one, I'm not too sure. I mean, everything seems okay there as far as like how the list actually looks. The only one that I think catches my surprise as far as everyone else's is the Captain Marvel.
Okay, all right, and so like yeah, I mean I can see Venom Groot even though he's brand new. I mean he did just come out, but I mean there is something that needs fixing with him. We can go through each of these pieces and determine like what we think. I mean, let's start with Tri-Sentinel. What would you change about Tri-Sentinel, or what do you think they're going to change about Tri-Sentinel?
Yeah, so the one thing I do think they're going to change about the Tri-Sentinel is the Colossal Retaliation. Basically, with that, they're going to do something as far as the after resolutions change on it. So after resolutions destroy all blocking terrain within 3 squares. So I believe they're going to change that after resolutions.
Yeah, I believe they're going to change the wording or something like that, because as it is right now, I don't know if everybody knows this at home, but the way Tri-Sentinel, the way this piece works, and also the way Iceman works, which is on this list as well, is that you can activate his Colossal Retaliation power, Colossal Retaliation, when nothing less than genocide will do, free. If no other Colossal Retaliation power has been activated this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Tri-Sentinel or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Tri-Sentinel such that it can target the chosen character using Pulse Wave at no cost, then do so. So you can do that part, that's fine, but if you don't have a target because nobody attacked you or damaged you since your last turn, you can still activate, and this is the thing that people are doing, because then it says, after resolutions, destroy all blocking terrain within 3 squares. So you can free activate this, even if you have no targets for the Pulse Wave. You can free activate this, and then it'll just, the no target thing will fizzle, and then the after resolutions will come into effect, and you can destroy all blocking terrain within 3 squares for free. Yep. So you can move him 8, maybe sidestep him another 2, so you can move him 10. right into the middle of the board and then blow up a bunch of blocking for free.
Yep.
And, you know, with Tri-Sentinel in particular, anybody that's adjacent to a square of blocking is going to take a penetrating damage. So he can really mess things up for your opponent. I mean, and it's kind of a dirty trick that's in HeroClix right now.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, I guess not when everybody knows it, you know, as long as everybody is aware of it, you know. But it's still kind of not the way Tri-Sentinel was intended to be used, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the way that way a lot of people utilize it, let's say you barrier up with any type of figure and you have a wall, or just barrier up in general. What you can do, and this is what everyone was talking about, was that you can run up with 8 with Tri-Sentinel, sidestep and break one wall. Now they take 1 penetrating damage, and then you utilize a free after resolutions. Now you get to destroy all blocking terrain within 3 squares of him, and then now from there you can take 2 penetrating damage instead. And then now you can just follow up with Vulture or anybody else.
I'm sorry, say that again. So how did that work? So
you can run up, sidestep and destroy a wall. And it says right there when any type of blocking terrain is destroyed, you take 1 penetrating damage.
When he moves through it, you mean, right?
Yes, he moves through it. Sorry. Yes. So he's gonna move through it, and then he's going to use the free action to destroy all blocking terrain from there.
Oh, okay.
So that's the main. That's the way the trick actually works for him. He gets right next to the wall, sidesteps away, kind of like pings the wall, and then you utilize his within 3 to destroy all walls. Now you take 2 penetrating.
Yeah.
And then you just follow it up with with Vulture. Pretty much at the very end, you just Vulture up and then you go.
Yeah, I mean right now that Tri-Sentinel is just way too powerful, and then, I mean but I mean, if you took away that after resolutions thing with him, where he could do that, you know, he's still a very good piece. But now he's utilized the way he was when he first came out, before people realized that rule.
Yeah.
Right, because
they're probably gonna just take out that after resolutions part. Definitely, I totally agree with that.
And then the same thing with Iceman, because if we look at Iceman, he has that after resolutions thing in his Colossal Retaliation as well. Where it says after resolutions, he can immediately incapacitate at no cost, but may target smaller characters. All right,
so that's the big one right there. But may target smaller characters, which is good because you can actually use Mary Jane Watson, bring out the paparazzis. Now you have 3 figures that can incap because they have autonomous, and then utilize the Iceman to run up there and do whatever he needs to do. So yeah, it is pretty bad.
Yeah, and then so I mean Venom Groot, so I can definitely, you know, it's kind of insane what he can do, because if you pair him with like the influence ring, someone the influence ring, knock them back 4 squares, they're taking 4 penetrating. If you have 2 Venom Groots on the board, they're taking 8 penetrating damage. Because of this trait here, so not trait, this special ability here. When an opposing character is placed within 4 squares of Venom Groot, choose one, modify that character's attack -2, or after resolutions, deal that character 1 penetrating damage.
Yes.
So the 1 penetrating damage, and you know, knockback is considered placement per square. So if you're knocked back 3 squares, you take your placement. You're placed 3 times. Which means you take 3 damage from Groot.
So, with that being said, use Onslaught. And Onslaught says that he gets to knock back a character 9 squares. Whether they had charge or combat reflexes. If you position Venom Groot twice right, and Valeria, but we're talking about Venom Groot. Venom Groot's right. You can actually move about, like, believe it's 9 squares. You can get penetrating damage, which is crazy. On each Venom Groot, so it'll be 18 damage for free. That's so not only are you getting hit by Onslaught, now you're getting penetrating damage from Venom Groot.
Yeah, and they're all, and it's a monster theme team too as well. But
Yep.
Yeah.
And no wait, Onslaught's not a monster. The other
Onslaught's
on,
not.
I think other Onslaught is
Oh, the
the
other
one without the
Onslaught is.
mask on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still the same. I mean, basically in bronze or in Silver Age as well, you can actually utilize a power battery to give them the wall construct, and then just wall them around and basically protect them from anywhere around, because then it's just within line of fire. So that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, what could they do to fix this? Do you think?
I really think 100% they're gonna do line of fire. That you got to be within line of fire for that. But I mean, it's a hit and miss. We don't know what WizKids wants to plan on this, but my thought process is line of fire for this one. It's really hard to say change a lot of the wording onto them, but I think it's more that's going to be line of fire, 4 squares and line of fire of Venom group.
When an opposing character is placed within 4 squares in line of fire. Okay. Yeah, that could work. Yeah. Or
What would you actually word onto that one?
um. I think line of fire might be good. I mean, I think maybe if it was like on the other turn, but I don't know if I think that might actually take away too much from him if you put it on your opponent's turn, or like I don't know when an opposing character is placed. Yeah, I mean maybe if you made him unique. No, I mean that's my answer to everything is unique though.
Don't worry, I said the same thing too. I was thinking that too. Make him unique. But then again, you're still gonna have him and Valeria running around and making a multiple.
Valeria's unique, and I actually didn't think she was gonna get watchlisted, but she is. But you know what? I guess she's really powerful too. So I mean, actually she's arguably better than. What do you think? Valeria's better than Venom Groot, or
No, I think it's the other way. I think Venom Groot's going to be the most. I think for me, top number one is going to be Venom Groot. Between her and Valeria, I think for me it's Venom Groot, because not only can he ping you, but he has plasticity and shape change, and he also has poison, and he has a special ability. And on top of that, he has 18 defense with the toughness. At least he has some kind of reduction with stealth. So
okay,
it's a lot.
Yeah,
and he doesn't die.
You still score him though, right? You still.
Oh yeah. You still score him, but he gets to come back, which is bad because now you get to knock back someone again and taking penetrating damage.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, he's tough. That's a good piece.
Yeah.
And then we look at Valeria. She's very similar to Venom Groot. We were just talking about Valeria. She has this is a Chase from Fantastic Four set. She has leadership, perplex. Okay. Where is the trait?
Oh, it's the hunting anomalies from another world.
From other worlds. Free. Roll a d6 and place her up to that many squares away. When an opposing character is placed within 4 squares in line of fire, after resolutions, deal them 1 penetrating damage. Oh, so hers says line of fire.
Yeah.
But Venom Groot's does not. So yeah, I think they should make Venom Groot's line of fire for sure.
I don't think they're gonna change Valeria. I really don't. I really think they're just gonna leave it the way it is because it says line of fire. Yeah, it's kind of hard to change that. They could possibly make a power action to roll a d6 to place her up to that many squares away, because that's even scarier because it doesn't say half the result. So she can move up 6 for free, and then 2 more, and then 8 more if she wants to get up there and then spin ring you. So, that's scary.
No, she's definitely really good. Because of that. I mean, anytime you can move 8 squares for free is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, she's got perplex, and she can give people out wit. She's got like 1,000,000 powers. I mean, she's really good.
Yes, and on a Latveria team, she's scary. I actually tried playing her again with. I played against her with Pat during a practice, and man, he was rolling 6s to move her up and 4s to move her up. It was pretty bad. Well, she got to pick up objects pretty fast.
I was watching I mean, she was on Easton's team in the. So Easton had because I was watching their game because I'm gonna have them on next week. I'm gonna have George Masu and Easton Brock, the two finalists the of Aries' charity tournament, the mental health Connecticut tournament. That game was a very good game between the two of them. I mean, Valeria Von Doom got knocked out early, but in that game, but she was on that team. It was Easton's team that he ran was Valeria Von Doom, Franklin Von Doom, Wolverine, Dad Thing, and
Franklin Richards.
And Franklin Richards, yeah. And then somehow he got Dawn Greenwood in there. So what? So what did he?
So that's what I was talking about with the Fantastic Four. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, because what you could do is you could take Invisible Woman on the team and like Silver Surfer, and then you sub them out, but then Dawn Greenwood stays on the mat. Yeah. Okay.
I believe you have to go first. There's a certain sequence you have to do. If you're not that certain sequence, you can't drop the Dawn Greenwood.
Okay.
I have to figure out how the sequence actually works on that.
Okay. Yeah, but that was a really cool. It was a really cool team. Because I mean, it's got tons of TK, and then you just like, go after him with Wolverine, and that's fun.
Yeah, exactly. And it's pretty crazy because Franklin Richards can choose up to 3 powers, and at one point, if you roll a d6 and you roll a 2 or a 1, he's only taking 1 damage, and it's like, wow. And then you pull so the trick on that one is if everyone takes 1 damage or whatever else it is, and Franklin's at second click, and it's your turn, you can just push to death one of the Bruce or Chuck, and now because they have the Fantastic Four, everybody heals up 1 click, and then you go. So that's and then
let's take a look at Captain Marvel. So you do not think that she should get changed, or you do? What do you think about her?
I don't. Well, the only thing that they could possibly change about that, because she's not. Everything's just, I don't know, situational. Because she has to use her hypersonic when she uses it, then she deals 1 penetrating damage to one opposing character. But I would think that's a power action to generate a Chewie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So power action to generate a Chewie, that might be a game changer there. Okay, that's actually interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they just took away like willpower or something like that from her? Do you think she would be usable or?
That's going to be huge if they do. But if they do that, yes, her value could possibly go down because she doesn't have that push ability. But yeah, that'll be another game changer too.
Or
most definitely.
Of course, what I said when I first saw her was like, why don't we just make her unique?
There you go.
Because everybody plays two of her anyway, right? So. Or
you can actually change it up to say if you utilize her on her full click dial, then you can use the my cat is not a flurkin. So they could possibly do that.
So I mean, like I've heard people say though that so Captain Marvel is at 95 points, she's far and away above any other 95-point figure. Like she's
most definitely.
She's here. Everybody else is here. So does that?
And that's her 95-point click up there, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's her 95-point click. And
wow.
And does that create a problem for the meta? Do you think or no?
With the Chewie, yes. But with her powers, she's outstanding. She is amazing. Now, basically, she can, if that character is a vehicle, you deal. So you're talking about Bronze or even Silver Age, she can run through a vehicle and it's going to take 3 penetrating damage. That's outstanding. And that's a power. I hope you guys are watching that on how deep that dial is with stop clicks and invincible. And she has protected out wit for those stop clicks. That's a tank of a 95-point figure.
Yeah, I mean, with the fact that she can run through people and deal them with penetrating with the hypersonic speed,
Mm-hmm.
with the protected outwit on her stock clicks, like capital protected outwit, which means her whole dial is protected outwit when she's on a
Mm-hmm.
stock click.
Now, what they could possibly do, if they want to keep that free action for the once per game generated Chewy, they could possibly say once per game when Captain Marvel uses it after resolutions, deal one penetrating damage to an opposing character. So they could do that as well.
So wait, so say that again. Sorry.
Oh, so on the higher power ability on the hypersonic, possibly because if you look at her dial, she only has it twice. They could just make it once per game when Captain Marvel uses it.
Once per game when she uses hypersonic speed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that she could deal the one penetrating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I feel like that would take her down a lot, actually.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. It's kind of weird that you see her on the watch list. I mean, yes, she is pretty powerful, but I think the only possible thing that WizKids could do is just make the power action generate of Chewy, because then she can't run, she can't do that penetrating damage, be right next to the figure or like 3 squares away, drop a Chewy down, and then flurry.
Right, because that's how everybody uses her currently right now, and
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of, I mean, it's basically getting one, two. It's getting three, so it's getting one attack, 3 attacks, plus an extra damage,
Mm-hmm.
possibly. So,
Yep.
so 3, 4. Technically, if you count Blade's Claw's Fangs
Yep.
and Flurry,
6, 12 clicks right there.
12, 12, 16 damage, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I don't know. I mean, so do you think so? Like, yeah. So I mean, it depends. Like, if they leave her alone, is it okay for HeroClix, or do you think maybe they need to make it a power action for the Chewy pit bystander? Never thought of that before, but that's actually a really good suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Make the Chewy bystander a power action. That's interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people were actually talking about that, and a lot of people were even just saying that because just make it a power action. That's the only thing WizKids can do to stop this whole thing of moving up and then dropping a Chewy and then doing everything she needs to do. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then finally, Chase Widow, Black Widow,
Oh.
Chase Black Widow. First of all, I personally think, who do you think is worse, Captain Marvel or Chase Black Widow?
Oh man, I would say that Chase Black Widow is. Well, if it's only between them two, I would say Chase Black Widow.
Okay. Because I mean, I see more use out of, because Captain Marvel also has the cosmic keyword, so you can put her on cosmic teams.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the Avengers and stuff. I don't know. Chase Widow, yeah. I mean, what would you change about Chase Widow?
So the Chase Widow, basically, it has stealth. As he starts the game with 5 trace pack tokens, free and remove. So that's essentially what Hey, I can put it up here. Every single time, it's true. Make a power action to either remove a token to generate a Widow's Initiate, or you can power action to remove a tradecraft token. Now, that's really, I don't know how WizKids is going to work this, but that remove a tradecraft token to choose an opposing character within 6 squares. That character can't use a standard power until it's displayed. Use a standard power until it's displayed on their dial as a colored square, and it can't have their combat values positively. Something like that is going to get changed, because that can change the whole game itself. That part's going to change the entire game. If they can modify that in a certain way, I don't actually know. I mean, it could be a power action to remove, or change it in a way of this turn only, or it could be something of that, like only this turn of your turn. I don't know. It's just that one's still, it's kind of broken. I hate to use that word, but yes, that power is so broken.
The power of taking away standard powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that like nullification power that she has. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a really broken power. Yeah, because I've used it, and I can, yeah, it's definitely pretty brutal. against certain figures. I mean, like against a Mazo, like.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny because we had a game with Alyssa and we were talking about that. We're like, well, she gets to next to a Mazo, she can just wipe him out and then hit him. Honestly, personally, I think if you put in front of me either the shifting focus Black Widows or the chase Black Widow, I do know dollar values are different, but powers, like the most powerful pieces, I would 100% go with the shifting focus. 100%. The shifting focus are oh man, they're game changers. They're awesome. Which I'm surprised they're not on this watch list, but I mean, they're just pretty powerful.
Well, speaking of that, so what do you think should be on the watch list is not on the watch list?
Well, 1776 because of his ability to basically take out your action totals drop down to only 2. Utilize 2 of them just to make sure that they only have 2 actions for the entire game, which was for me, it's a huge thing. I mean, it's not huge right now when you actually watch the Majestic qualifiers with all the bronze stuff because there's so much stuff out there, but it does kind of become a nuisance now in the modern. A lot of people aren't using them as much in the casual, but in the meta format, I would see a lot of 1776s. But I can kind of see what people are talking about. It hasn't been featured so much, so we don't know what can and cannot counter it just yet. So
yeah, I can see the only thing I can see really countering it, other than like playing 1776s yourself, is. But I would see like maybe like a Dr. Fate's countering it, you know, like if you play Justice League, you know.
Yep.
But like but I mean it's or you know if you play like a lot of autonomous figures, but even then like he turns off autonomous within 6 squares. So
So on his power, let me see. So on his power itself, does this like trying to see on if his power says -1 or it says fully, because that's going to be I don't know why I'm like drawing a blank on that one. So opposing characters have
it says leadership super senses, opposing forces have action total -1, minimum 2.
So yeah, so you utilize 2 of them to to negate 2 actions. But yes, you're right. If you the JLAs is going to be huge on the 1776s. So I didn't think about that until you just said it right now. So yes, there's a reason why they're not on the watch list. So you said it right. There's a reason for that because we have the JLAs out there. So the JLAs can just take them out.
What do you think about do you think Vulture or Jason Wingard should be on the watch list?
No, I would say because there's only 2 pogs for Jason Wingard. There's not really anything to change on that. I think he hasn't won a lot. There's been like other teams besides him that actually won. So
yeah,
that one Vulture should have been.
Yeah, Vulture. I think. How do you change Vulture? I feel like WizKids is, instead of trying to errata Vulture, I feel like they're trying to make other pieces and figures to counter Vulture. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah, because then you have the Hulk back in the Mighty Thor set where you use him and Korath, and Hulk would literally go out the entire way map and then just annihilate your entire team in pretty much one turn. But yeah, Vulture pretty much they can charge every single game. Now I would change it to where if he hits, he can use charge, or once per turn, he can actually use charge once more, like at no cost on there. So if he charges, he hits, once per turn he can actually hit. He can actually use charge. So you can only use it once.
So he can't build up charges, in other words.
Exactly. That's the one that oh man, I've seen it up close. I wish I had a camera to actually film it, but I saw it pretty much annihilate an entire team halfway across the map.
No, I've seen Vulture do that many times. The way he just takes out everything on the map. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's defeating because like the game is not supposed to be like, okay, I lose.
Hmm. Yes. And then you have Colonel Poison. So Colonel Poison goes right next to him,
Uh-huh.
and he can give him Battle Fury.
Yeah.
No.
Or now even what's the scientist from JLU?
Oh, the Cadmus, I think.
Cadmus. Yeah.
Yep. Go.
15 points.
Oh my gosh. And we still are bothered by the Mr. Oz right now. So Mr. Oz can just, he came up 6, he can move 2 more, and then he can sidestep and then sidestep again and then go. That's wow.
Yeah, now you can make him an Avenger, you can make Vulture an Avenger, so
Yep. Thanks, Steve Rogers. Always ruining everything.
So what do you think are the so I mean, yeah, we talked about the watch list, and I think I'm sure WizKids will do a good job making the changes to balance these figures. But what do you think about the effects of the latest set as a whole on the meta, like Spider-Man, Absolute Carnage?
Oh, set's amazing. Now, what's really cool about this set is the Mary Jane Watsons. That's a crazy, outstanding
That's probably
piece.
my favorite piece of the set. I love that. I love that piece.
Yeah, especially the fact that you can ink cap 3 times if you have 3 of them out there. So you can ink cap every single one of them and then basically do whatever you need to do. That's 15 points of amazingness. The other one I like, of course, we got the 1776s. Oh, and also Steampunk Penny. Steampunk Penny is amazing with Magneto Danger Room Construct.
Well, that was going to be my so that was going to be a question that I wanted to ask you was what are your favorite chases from the set? Because they have let's say we have Leonardo da Venom. There's Spider Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
There's Spider Penny. There's Penny Parker, the Steampunk Penny.
Mm-hmm. Gwen of Arc. 1776.
1776. Thanks. There's so many. I don't know.
Spider Viking.
Spider Viking. Who else is? Oh, Spider Hammer.
Yep.
Did I miss somebody or?
Don't think so. On that one, I think that's 6 of them we had. Think.
But who's your favorite?
I love Steampunk Penny. That's my favorite. Honorable mention, it would be Hammer Eye. I love Hammer Eye.
Those are my 2 favorites as well. I think. Yeah, I mean, Penny, you could just put it on any team because she's low cost. She's 45 points. So if you're building a Spider-Man family team, and like I built a pretty cool team with Hammer Eye at 60 and a martial artist with Mandarin, and then with Batman Prime, and then
oh man.
and then I was like, let me throw on Penny because I need Perplex, right? So I'll throw on Penny. She's got the super Perplex, and then let me just throw on Tri-Sentinel because why not? So
there you go. It's robot. All right, I'm gonna perplex up Tri-Sentinel's attack by 3. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I was thinking about that when you were talking about chases. Did want to shout out Patrick Apoko because he actually were talking about this during the shop, and you're actually gonna be surprised about this. So we were looking at every single one of the chases, and they are almost mirror images of the Invincible Iron Man chases. So you have the Iron Pharaoh, you have Spider Pharaoh, you have Hammer Eye, and then you have, oh man, I'm just kind of trying to think of all the chases on there.
Like that, or? Yeah,
so bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to look at the Invincible Iron Man set really quick, and then we can actually check it out, because this is pretty interesting. It's pretty funny.
I have to find it. Where is it? It would be IIM, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's right there. Yep. Perfect. Go down to 51. Perfect. Oh, right there.
Oh,
So we first start with Iron Pharaoh. So Iron Pharaoh is Spider Pharaoh.
Oh.
Then you have Iron Viking is Spider Viking. And then Iron Paladin is the Hammer Eye. Because he's warrior. Oh, no, not warrior. Which one's the warrior? Iron Paladin.
Armor, maybe? Because
armor.
Is it Gwen of Arc or?
It could be, yes, Gwen of Arc on that one. And then Iron Slayer was Armor Pass. Oh, Miles West. That's the one. And then Iron Engine, Steampunk Penny.
Mm-hmm.
And then Iron Soldier, I think that's
1776.
1776, yeah. So one of those, I think we also named it a Hammer Eye, which is, I think, Paladin as well. But we were looking at him, we're like, what? This is crazy. Like, oh, I think he found a fun thing to actually look at. We're like, whoa, okay, cool. We saw a little Easter egg.
So let me ask you a question. First of all, when is your Galactus coming? Did you get a Galactus?
I didn't.
You didn't get one? No?
I didn't get one. Oh man.
I know some people got it in the pre-order in October. It should be coming in October. I'm not sure if I'm getting mine in October or November. I wasn't sure because I ordered it through a third party, and I'm not really sure 100%. But
they said if you ordered it before July 15th, you're gonna get it in October.
That's cool. So yeah, I think I am. I mean, I didn't order it directly from WizKids though, but hopefully I think I ordered it from Atomic Empire or something like that.
Yeah, I think they still have it for locals as well. So I think they generalized it to as long as you ordered it before July 15th, then I think you're still going to be able to get it October. Not me. I'm probably going to get it in November now.
But do you think that Galactus is a must play?
Yes. I think he's a must.
Or like now all teams will be 275 plus Galactus, or maybe, I mean, obviously there's wiggle room. Like if you really feel like you need to play something with those other 25 points other than Galactus,
I did a lot of thought process on Galactus. I'll just talk about it here. There you go. So the Galactus in general is a outstanding figure, as an outstanding just all around. As far as when you look at him, his elemental converter, his herald dial, and just him in general. What I think we're going to see a lot of in the meta now, I'm going to throw us out there. We're going to see him at 25 points. That is right. 125 points as a herald dial. We're definitely going to see that because a lot of teams now, you can put it on Null, you can put it on Silver Surfer, you can put it on someone else, but 25 points of having a giant piece sitting right there for free to come out when your opponent goes into the starting area, power action, and then bring them out, that's outstanding. He comes out 100 points. So I think 25-point Galactus is huge in this format.
Yeah. And who would you like? Null is a great example of somebody that you could assign him to. Who else might you assign him to? Silver Surfer. I mean, would you give him to Silver Surfer? Because actually, would you put him on Null either? Because doesn't Null have Power Cosmic already? Or
well, you want to put it on someone that's like a beat stick, because you want to be able to utilize any powers on there and be able to run up. Now, if you KO figures, then you start clicking that dial pretty fast. But I think you got to put it on someone that's a beat stick and that can take a damage and can dish those damages, even KO characters as well.
Because when he KOs, when the Herald KOs a figure, something happens to the Galactus resource.
The Herald dial. So the Herald dial clicks once if you're within 4 squares of an opposing character. If you KO'd it, then you click it twice. So it utilizes it both ways. So then you click it an additional time. But they stack. So if you're within 4 squares of someone at the very end of your turn, you click it. But if you KO an opposing character, you click it again.
Okay.
So I would say find out someone that has 12 attack, or even trash can. No, not trash can. Spidey. Null is huge because he can heal, so he can actually run up there and start taking out figures and start clicking that dial pretty fast. The only way for you to get Galactus out there if you roll a d6 and it's lower points, lower points than what you have on the dial.
Okay.
But that's huge, though.
Yeah, yeah, and so yeah, I didn't even realize that because at first I was thinking just put it on someone that doesn't have Power Cosmic to give them Power Cosmic.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess you want to bring out that 100-point Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I think it's pretty funny because Galactus kind of reminds me of a resource now, because if you look at the Herald dial, they actually gain powers from that Herald dial as it gets bigger and bigger. So it's kind of like a modern resource, and it's only 25 points.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. That's really cool. And this will be. I mean, for me, I've never really played with resources, so this will be the first time that I get to kind of experience that. So I'm excited. I think a lot of HeroClix players are going to be excited about Galactus. And he's great casual too, because you can have like gigantic battles against Galactus. Like he play him at like 900 points and just have everybody go after him.
Now, what was a cool trick on that? I was talking to one of the guys, and we were talking about utilizing him in casual, and I said no problem. He goes, "What? I'll just bring Black Leopard, and I will run up there, and then I can start wailing on your Galactus the entire time." Because I can see him within 6 no matter where he goes. I'm just going to put him on the WWE map, and I'm going to move him up so I can see him. So for like going back, like we're talking about, like with me, like what do you think as far as Galactus goes?
So I do think now that you kind of opened my eyes to the way he works a little bit more, because I mean, I think you definitely want to play him. I still think there's a lot of other options out there, because I think the meta. And this is going into my next question about the Spider-Man family again. Like with this set that just came out, is there's a lot of options for teams right now, right? Like there's so many options for like Spider-Man family teams, and also like keyword manipulation. So like theme teams are going to be very prevalent,
Yep.
You might have something that you want to put on there. You might want to put, I don't know. I think there's enough HeroClix pieces out there where you can fill 300 points. But yes. I do think that Galactus at 25 points is amazing. I think that's probably one of the best ways you can spend 25 points. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Is there a better way you can spend 25 points, or?
Not for a 100-point click that's really crazy good.
Yeah. Okay. So then I guess it's a must play then, because now that I think about it, like if you look through HC Realms for 25-point pieces or 25-point equipment or whatever is out there for 25 points, it doesn't even come close. I don't think you could find anything for 25 points that's better than Galactus. So you're just getting a tremendous value.
Yeah, and not only that, but you not only do you get Galactus, not only do you get the Herald dial, but now you can, because he's on, it says it on there, whether he's used or not, like on the sidelines or in the play, you have the Elemental Converter dial as well with him. That is a lot.
But I mean, like, let's say you're building and you're at 270, and you can either throw Galactus on there or you can throw like Dark Phoenix. What would you do?
Oh, yeah. With something like that, Dark Phoenix. The reason being because Dark Phoenix is triple bolt. If she KOs characters, you basically want to perplex up to 4 and then start KOing figures, and then she can start healing up. I think she's more like bad in a sense for you to not well bad in a good way for you to actually put in there rather than the Herald dial, because the Herald dial you gotta start clicking up to get Galactus in there. With Dark Phoenix, she can just go.
All right. And so my next question was going to be with the keyword manipulation, like all the chases that came out for Spider-Man family. I mean, I love them. I think they're great, but do you think they're bad for the game?
When I first started talking about the Spider-Man set, I just wanted most of the super rares, and I wasn't too keen on the chases. And until I started doing my research on my homework on them, and I think they are really. I think for me, they're really good for the game.
Good for you.
Now the other one we talked about, I don't want to just keep referring to that guy, but yes, that one's a little game changer. But everything else, I think, is really solid for the game. I've been waiting for something like this for a while, where you can make a martial artist, an Eddie Guerrero. You can make a Danger Room construct into a theme team. So I've always loved Spider-Man, and utilizing the manipulation is going to see so much play, whether it's meta or even casual. I've seen a lot of casual people utilize it. So for me, I honestly would like to say thank you to WizKids, because of the fact that now you have casual players wanting to play a lot more, because they're like, what? I get to play a Spider-Man team? This is outstanding. And even meta players are building the format into it. It's actually pretty cool.
No, I definitely see your point, David, because I think it's more fun. I think it's definitely a fun element that they introduced. When I saw it, I was like, this is awesome. I get to build. I can put like robots together with like martial artists and things like that, and I was just like creative juices flowing. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same token, sometimes I feel less creative making a team when I see that all the options are pretty much there for me. Like it's not that hard to look for, keywords, because like I don't need to look for just. I don't need to look in just one keyword. Now I have like all of these options to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's kind of like cheating almost.
The
But
one thing I do love about it is it's just a generic keyword. That's what's really cool. And a lot of pieces have generic keywords.
yeah,
That's wow.
but it also turns them into named keywords. So
Mm-hmm.
so now you get that the theme team.
Yep. I like it. So
The
I
named theme
did
team.
want to say thank you to Robert. I played him during a bronze game, and opened my eyes, because when I first played, it was really outstanding to see his 1776s, and then I saw a Danger Room construct with Penny, and just wow! You see Magneto saying, "Oh, Penny's going to perplex him up by 2." Now he has 14 attack, and it's like, what? Oh man! And then I only get 2 actions. Oh man. Okay. I think that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, no,
It's bringing a lot of fun things back into the game.
yeah, and I mean, and don't forget Marvella too. Celebrity keyword. Yeah, she's gonna be
Oh,
good.
that's right.
Um,
That's right.
but
The
yeah,
Giant Girls from the what is it? The Mighty Thor?
yeah,
They're celebrity.
there's celebrity Daredevil. Yeah,
Oh, and talking about Silver Age and Bronze, Lex Luthor from the Trinity War set, the rare one, the one that Richard Medina won from. He's celebrity too. That's gnarly.
um, yeah. So no, I think you're right. Actually, I mean, at first I was looking at it in a negative way, because I was thinking, keyword manipulation. Having too much of it might be, it might make making theme teams too easy for people, but and it might be too powerful, and too potent. But at the same time, it's just more fun, and that's what the game is about. Is just having fun, and
Hmm.
I think I love the idea of having those options at my disposal. I mean, I haven't had. I've been having so much fun making teams, making Spider-Man family teams. You know, along with other teams too. But you know, just I've been having a lot of had fun playing with these, like playing around with the different Spider-Man family options that are out there, because it's like a whole new world of keywords. So it's really cool.
Yeah, let's just be happy Black Widow is not part of that.
Yeah, right. Like they didn't make a spy. They didn't make a spider spy or something like that. Yeah, right.
Oh man.
um. So yeah. David, Mr. CliXso. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Coffee and Clix. Don't forget to watch Mr. CliXso's YouTube channel, and also follow him. And he has a Facebook group, Mr. CliXso YouTube discussion group on Facebook. And don't forget to also like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Coffee and Clix. I do also have I'm also on Facebook. Coffee and Clix YouTube discussion group. And don't forget about my tournament in January. I will be putting out feelers for that tournament very shortly, or pretty soon. And it's called the Coffee and Clix Classic, and it's a Epilepsy Foundation charity tournament. And I think that's it. So, Mr. CliXso, thank you for being a guest on my show. And
no problem.
As always. And don't forget, everybody, wake up and smell the Clix.